Hello YouTube, how's it going? This is Petra Butler. Welcome to the Video Game Chronicles. Now I'm going to show you my N64 collection. In terms of games, this is not all that I have. These are my unboxed games, which means that these are the ones that I don't have the boxes for, but I do have the manuals. Now let's get to it. Let's start with this game. This game, of course, is MRC. It's a good game. It's not great, but I still recommend it. So it's up to you if you want to get it. I'm not forcing you. I do recommend this for sure. And by the way, all of the games that I have, I'm going to do reviews on them in the near future. And of course was MRC. Of course I have the booklet for that. Set the booklet right there. Next game we're going to show you is Madden Football 64. Now this is not the only Madden game that has been released for the N64. There's a couple more. I think there's two more, I think. I'm not sure. But I highly recommend this. It's a good football game, and it's definitely worth checking out for sure. There are other good football games as well. Just wanted to point that out. And of course this is the booklet. Next game we're going to show you, and this one actually has glitches in it, but still worthy of your time. It's Mortal Kombat Trilogy. Now I know there's copies that don't have the glitches, and if you can find a copy without the glitches, I highly recommend that for sure. It's better than the one with the glitches. The reason why this has glitches in it is mostly with Shang Tsung. I think that's how his name is pronounced. And what happens is if you transport to another character and or transform to another character, what happens if you win while you're in that character? The game glitches up. It basically freezes. And that's the only known glitch I think there is. There might be more, but I'm not sure. But I highly recommend this game for sure. Awesome game. One of the best Mortal Kombat games on the N64 for sure. That and Mortal Kombat 4. And of course this is the booklet. Set that right there. Next game is a racing game, and it is Extreme G. Awesome game. One of the best racing games on the N64 for sure. There's a couple others. This is definitely worth checking out for sure. Claim did a nice job with this game for sure, and it's awesome. This of course is the booklet. Yeah, what I did for my N64, I decided to keep the booklets so that way I have them just in case I need to use the instructions to look up the controls. This of course is Wave Race 64, and it's the player's choice version, but it's still the same game, and it's an awesome racing game. Definitely worth checking out. And if you can find this on eBay or Amazon, definitely get it. And of course this came with the booklet, but what was awesome about these certain games is the fact that they came with operation cards. So if you got this game with the manual, you got also an operation card. This of course is the booklet. Pretty cool, huh? Next game I'm going to show you is 1080 Snowboarding. And I know Aubrey has this game, and it's an awesome game. And there are certain things where you can actually race against the computer. You can also do tricks, because there is this thing called the trick attack where you can do tricks to get points. You will have to land in order to get those points, but it's definitely worth checking out. And this has a great variety, and I highly recommend this. Now this also had an operation card. Of course this is the manual, and of course you got the operation card right here. Pretty cool. And these open up, these operation cards. I may give a further review on the operation cards in the near future, because they are pretty awesome for sure. That's pretty much the manual and operation card of 1080. The next is a wrestling game, and it is WCW versus NWO World Tour. And this is one of the first wrestling games that I got for the N64, and it's definitely one of the best wrestling games on the N64, and definitely worth checking out. And of course I got the manual. I also got this wrestling moves guide, and it's pretty awesome. I'll have to show you that in the near future. This, of course, is the instruction book. Now the next game I'm going to show you is another wrestling game, and this is probably the best wrestling game for the N64, and it is WCW NWO Revenge. The reason why this is the best wrestling game in my opinion, I don't know if some people are saying that this one WWF game is better than this. I don't know, because there's a WWF game that I don't have. It's called WrestleMania 2000, and I heard that was awesome, but I'm not sure. This could be the best wrestling game. It's definitely the best wrestling game I ever played on the N64 for sure, and I highly recommend this for sure. And now we're going to show you the instruction booklet for this. This is pretty much the instruction booklet. Now the last two unboxed games that I have is Turok 2 Seeds of Evil. This is the best Turok game on the N64, and this is probably the best Turok game of all time. It's especially awesome when you have the expansion pack. If you do not have the expansion pack, get it on Amazon or eBay. It's definitely a recommended purchase. Now what's awesome about this is that it's in a black cartridge, and I originally got this in Christmas. And it was the first ever time that I ever saw it in a black cartridge, and that was pretty cool. Highly recommend this game for sure. And of course we have the Turok 2 Seeds of Evil booklet. Even though it has a slight tear, it's in great shape. Now the last unboxed game that I have is Star Fox 64. Highly recommended game. It's the best Star Fox game of all time. And it's available on Wii's Virtual Console if you want to download it. And there's also a remake on the 3DS as well. Now this originally came with the Rumble Pack, but unfortunately I don't have the Rumble Pack anymore because it got broke after numerous amounts of usage. I wish I still had it. Eventually I will get the Rumble Pack again in the near future. If you can find this cartridge, highly recommend it. Now I'm going to show you the instruction manual for Star Fox 64. Even though I have it, it is badly damaged slightly because of the tear. I at least still have the manual for it, and that's great. That is all my unboxed games. Now I'm going to show you my boxed games. Now before we get to the box games, I want to tell you that I used to have Mario Kart 64. I still have the instruction booklet and the operation card, but I let one of my cousins borrow the game and it got stolen. So I have to get this game in the near future. And by the way, it was one of my first games that I ever got for the N64, which is unfortunate because I would have loved to have shown you this game, but I can't. Hopefully I will get the cartridge again, and it won't be the million seller one. I just wanted to point that out because that didn't show that logo when I first got this game. Now let's get to the box games. This is WWF Warzone, and I recommend this game for sure. I really like it, especially with Stone Cold Steve Austin in it. Now this is not the best wrestling game out there, If you want to play the best wrestling game or wrestling games on the N64, track down WCW vs. NWO World Tour or WCW NWO Revenge. And there's also WWF WrestleMania 2000 as well. I recommend those games. I'll have to get the WrestleMania 2000 game. Hopefully I will in the near future. That's the front of the box. This of course is the back, and it's very nice. That of course is WWF Warzone. Now I used to have the instruction manual for this, but I don't anymore. I don't know what happened to it, but hopefully I'll find it online and get it. Because I used to have the manual for this game, but don't anymore. I don't know what happened to it, but oh well. The next game I'm going to show you is Banjo-Kazooie, and the box is not in the best of shape, but I at least have it. Now this of course is the front of the box. This of course is the back, and the back is nice. I think that's pretty cool. Now there is a sequel. Hopefully I will get the sequel in the near future. Now the only way you can play the N64 version of this game is if you find the cartridge, because basically the reason why is that Rare is now owned by Microsoft, and they do exclusive Microsoft games now. And Banjo-Kazooie is only available for download on the Xbox 360. So if you want to play the original N64 version, I recommend tracking down the cartridge. There's also a sequel as well. I do not have the sequel, but eventually I will get it in the near future. By the way, I highly recommend this game. Now the last game that I have, this is considered one of the best games on the N64, along with GoldenEye. It is The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. Now this was originally released in a gray cart version and a gold cart version. Now I don't have the gold cart. I do have the gray cart. And the box is actually in nice condition. This of course is the back, and I highly recommend this game. Now there was a sequel called Majora's Mask. Hopefully I'll get that in the near future, because I never got it when it came out. But that's alright. I'll get it in the near future. And this is considered one of the best games on the N64 for sure, along with GoldenEye. Highly recommend it. I really enjoy this game for sure. And that's pretty much all my box games and all my games for the N64. It isn't a lot, but it's a great amount. Hopefully I'll get more N64 games in the near future. That's all I gotta say. Peace out to you all. Game on.